Chesterton wrote 102, 101 years ago in the Illustrated London News. He said, the business of progressives is to keep on making mistakes. The business of conservatives is to prevent the mistakes being corrected. Mm-hmm. Even when the revolutionist repents of his revolution, the traditionalist is already defending that as a part of his tradition. And so we have two great types, the advanced person who rushes us into ruin and the retrospective person who admires the ruins. And it's like, I hate to have to say that about a movement that I'm a part, but it feels like a lot of the pro-life movement is admiring the ruins. Mm-hmm. And now we have taken their strategy of shifting the focus off the baby and to the mother. And we might say we're doing that for different reasons, but we are doing it. We are both saying, take the focus off the baby. Well, talk about the mother.
Yes. I mean, that's what we're doing when we go out in front of abortion clinics, on the sidewalk. All of these trainings, pregnancy center trainings, God love them, all of them say, don't talk about the baby. Talk about the woman and her needs only. Don't talk about the baby. And I'm like, you got to freaking talk about the baby, because that's who she's murdering. You got to talk about the baby. I mean, yeah.
And there's ways to do both. Like, I was on Alex Clark's show, what she calls one of her spiciest episodes, because I just brought all the data that's been buried on abortion's impact on mothers' future health as it pertains to breast cancer, preterm delivery and future pregnancies, and depression, but mental health. Like, you can do both. You could say, hey, murdering your baby is really bad for you because it's such an unnatural act, because actually your uterus was designed for that baby. So if you murder your baby, which is both a violent and unnatural act, it's so violent that you might actually give yourself breast cancer. You're increasing your likelihood. Like, you can do both. Like,
totally.
But you don't see a lot of that.
You don't, because we just want to be over compassionate. And that compassion can be completely misdirected. And misdirected compassion is what led me into the abortion industry in the first place. And the abortion industry knows that. They know how to manipulate compassion. And so they've done that very successfully. And that's why you can watch, all the comments under, someone bragging about dismembering their 21-week-old Down syndrome baby. And there's a bunch of comments under there saying, yeah, I mean, I would have done the same thing because I don't want to have a baby with Downs either. Because they're like, yeah, I mean, you did the right thing, bro. That was really compassionate, because, I mean, who wants to see a baby live with Downs their whole life?
Yeah.
That was really the compassionate thing to do. And that's been manipulated by the abortion industry for years.
Yep. Wow. Did you know that in 2022, an equal protection bill made it out of committee in Louisiana?
Yes. Yeah, and it was the pro-life movement that killed it.
Yeah, and then they came in, and it reminds me of another Chesterton quote. It's like, the old Christian virtues have gone mad. They've gone mad because they've been isolated from one another and are wandering alone. Thus, some scientists care for truth, and their truth is pitiless. Thus, some humanitarians care for pity, and their pity, I'm sorry to say, is often untruthful. So it's like this. It's just like we don't want the full counsel of God. We want to like pick the virtue, the Christian virtue that we like, and then isolate it from the others. But compassion, sympathy, whatever, empathy, isolated from the constellation of Christian virtues is super dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
And that's where we are.